You know what? It was another crappy episode of TNA. I'm sorry, people. Um, Last week it was pretty good. I'm sorry I didn't do a review of that one. But this week, nevertheless, I'm ready to do it. And you know what? I hate to say it, but this week sucked. Now, a lot of people are probably gonna jump on this video and call me a WWE fanboy. I don't know. I'm not a WWE fan at all. That crap sucks too. Better yet, it should be called worst wrestling ever. And you know what? TNA has been doing great last year. But this week was just boring. And I'm going to explain why in this video. So please listen to reason. So, tonight is open fight night. Well, it wasn't open fight night. It was hardly any fights at all. It was more like open loser night. So, Jeff Hardy comes out. I don't know, typical Jeff Hardy fashion, like high-fiving everybody in the arena, but the highlight of the Jeff Hardy promo. He runs down the aisle, gives everybody on one side a high five. He backpedals and gives everybody else on the other side a high five. Then he walks around the ring. I'm like, he really wants to high five everybody in the arena. That's true. That's true sportsmanship right there. And that's a guy who really loves his fans. So Jeff Hardy cuts a promo. It's not great. But it's Jeff Hardy, and Jeff Hardy's more of a wrestler and a fighter and a risk taker than he is a promo cutter. He doesn't need to be a promo cutter, but he comes out. It's not as bad as his other promos, but God, I quickly forgot how bad Jeff Hardy's promos can be when Bully Ray comes out with the aces and eights. Holy crap! I'm not kidding when I say this guy is worse than freaking Triple H. Triple H. I mean, let me give you an example of Triple H's promos. I'm the game. Triple H. And he just goes on and he stutters. He's huffing and puffing between every word. Bully Ray does something way worse. He repeats the same damn thing over and over. Do you know what you have done? Do you understand what you are doing here? Do you know who we are? I mean, it's just freaking awful. I'm just like, will you hurry up and get off my TV? I mean, and you know what? Putting the belt on him was a terrible decision. I don't know whose dick this guy had to suck to get the belt, but I don't know. It was a horrible decision. I mean, this old, washed-up reject. I don't care if you guys say he reinvented himself a lot. He just lost weight, and you know what? Good for him. His wrestling skills didn't improve, though. His mic skills didn't improve. They probably got worse than when he was Bubba Ray Dudley. So Bully Ray, fuck this guy as a champion. So then Jeff Hardy just standing in the ring by himself for a long time, while aces and eights slowly surround the ring. I mean, I'm wondering. Okay, it's a lot of people that they beat up backstage. Where the hell are they? So then when they start beating up Jeff Hardy, I'm like, are they having coffee or something? Because I don't know, the aces and eights must have been beating this guy up for at least a minute, at least. So I'm like, where's the backup? And then when they finally get here, it's just an average beatdown. I'm just like, can they find their way around the arena? So it was a complete, utter failure of opening, if you ask me. That's just my personal opinion. And aces and eights are all a bunch of losers. I'm telling you that right now. You got D'Lo Brown. I mean, God, he was never that good to begin with. I mean, he was decent as a wrestler. But God, you got an old D'Lo Brown as the vice president. You got Devon. I don't know. You got Bubba Ray Dudley as a head, and he's the champion of. Bubba Ray Dudley is the champion of TNA, a guy that we enjoyed over 13 years ago in the WWE is now on top of TNA. That's freaking ridiculous. I mean, he's not as bad as The Rock is right now, I'm not gonna lie. But he's still a bad champion nevertheless. And then you got a bunch. I don't know. You got a bunch of jobbers like Mike Knox, Garrett Garrett Bischoff, and Wes Briscoe. They're all a bunch of losers. I'm telling you. So that opening segment was a little long, so the rest of this review should fly right by. So then you get a Chavo Guerrero promo. Holy shit, this was bad. Very, very bad. I would give you guys an example, but it was so unmemorable, and I didn't take any notes down of it, and I don't want to watch it again, so I can't give you a good example of it. So then you got Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez versus Bad Influence. You know what? I'm fucking sick of TNA, and I'm sick of their tag team division. It's not as bad as well, yes it is. It's just as bad as WWE's. But God, they recycle the same three teams over and over again. Bad Influence, Chavo Guerrero. I don't know, another random tag team. I guess Matt Morgan and Joey Ryan broke up, so now they replace them with Austin Aries and Bobby Roode. I mean, Austin Aries and Bobby Roode should be competing for the belt. They shouldn't be stuck in some lame-ass tag team. So then Chavo and Hernandez wins. I guess they get a title shot, but you know what? I don't really give a fuck. I mean, why is Chavo employed? Just get rid of this guy. He failed in WWE, got beat up by Bob Barker. He should have never agreed to that. Got beat up by Snoop Dogg, got beat up by a midget. I don't care how much like WWE has offered me. I would never do that if wrestling was my passion. Unless they gave me lots and lots and lots of money, which I doubt they did. So then the sexy Taryn Terrell comes down. I mean, last week she was hot in that stupid referee suit. I love the way she walks. This week she comes out in less. I'm telling you. Oh boy, Taryn Terrell. If she gave me, I don't know, she gave me the opportunity to have sex with her, I'd give her the best half second of her life. Yeah, that's right, I said half second. I wouldn't even, if I could even last that long. So then she calls out Gail Kim, you know. I'm a big fan of Gail Kim. I don't know, I just love the way that Gail Kim, like, I don't know, wrestles. I like her character. I like how she stopped being a generic babyface and she became a bad guy. And you know what? She should have the belt on her. So then Tara comes out, you know, another great female wrestler. You know, yeah, she's former WWE material, but like, who the hell cares? She delivers in the ring. And it's Victoria. It's Victoria. So, with the exception of the knockouts, you know, I don't have a problem with TNA getting women from WWE because they get the good ones. Like Tara, Mickie James. So, yeah, and Gail Kim. So then they start beating up Taryn Terrell. And, you know what, I'm wondering, like, when the hell did they become a tag team? So they're just beating her up and jumping her, and then Velvet Sky's music is playing. And I'm like, wait, and I'm like, okay, where are you? And she finally comes. I mean, she's just so fucking stupid. And then she just comes out like she's like the female Ultimate Warriors, a bunch of clotheslines here and there. I'm just like, this is freaking ridiculous. And you know what? As far as Velvet Sky is concerned, unless she comes out of that TV and bangs me, I don't really care to see her as a wrestler, let alone a champion. She need to get into the porn industry while she's still young and useful. So then you get a backstage girl fight, and boy was this retarded. So then you get Taryn Terrell beating up Gail Kim, and so Tara tries to break it up by pulling Gail Kim away, and then what's that girl's name? Velvet Sky pulls Taryn Terrell away. I'm like, weren't you guys all four of you guys just fighting in the ring? How come Velvet Sky ain't trying to punch Terror? I mean, like, it was just freaking ridiculous. It should have been a backstage brawl, but it was just complete retardation. So then they decide they're gonna bring back Gut Check. You know what? Fuck Gut Check. Why I say that? Because I haven't seen anybody from Gut Check. It's just a complete waste of time. Where's Joey Ryan? Where's the blonde ginger girl? Where's the big awesome Kong ripoff? Where's Rockstar Spud? Hopefully he's gone forever. But everybody I see from Gut Check, with the exception of Christian York, who's nothing but a horrible botcher, isn't here. So they need to stop this. Either bring in some of the people that won Gut Check before, or end this retarded crap. You know, either way it goes, Gut Check sucks. So then you get Hulk Hogan and Sting. I mean, holy shit. I don't know, they're about to get into a fight. I'm like, what the hell is this, a group home? I'm gonna get you, brother. No, I dare you. I'm like, both of you need to sit your 60-year-old asses down before you break your back. Hulk Hogan rips off his shirt. He's all flabby. I'm like, please don't take off your shirt no more. So that was just complete ridiculous. I'm like, it's like two old people getting in a fight at a group home. It was freaking ridiculous. So then you see Matt Morgan backstage, and you know, finally Matt Morgan said something good for once. You know, another one of Hogan's failures, but you know what? As far as Matt Morgan is concerned, I don't want to see this guy on TV anymore. He looks like a drunk 7-foot hobo. I mean, on steroids. He's no good. He's a bum. And then you get Taz. I mean, all throughout the show, Taz is just, I don't know, irritating the shit out of me, man. And how many fights have we seen? How many matches have we had throughout this show? Only one. So then, I don't know, James Storm comes out. You know, James Storm, same thing as Jeff Hardy. You know, he's a great wrestler, but God, this guy should not talk. He's talking about AJ Styles. AJ Styles is walking around with a hat like a retard again. You know what, this whole AJ Styles thing needs to just end. AJ needs to come back to wrestling because he can't act. Then the Aces and Eights come in and jump James Storm. You know what, I'm sick of this shit, man. I don't know, it's just a bunch of losers, man. Kurt Angle comes out. I forget who the partner was, but it's James Storm's Kurt Angle and somebody else. I can't remember who the third person was, for God's sake. But it's Wes Briscoe. It's them versus Wes Briscoe and Garrett Bischoff. I mean, what a bunch of losers. Wes Briscoe, I don't know, Aces and Eights win. You know, I'm fucking sick of Aces and Eights, man. They're all a bunch of losers, man. You know, up and coming talent can't get ahead in TNA because it's too many losers in TNA. Get rid of these losers. Luke Gallows, I mean, fuck this guy, you know, Doc, whatever his name is. Boring as hell. So, you get your second match. After all that bullcrap, at least they had a second match, but I don't know, both of them involved that. I don't know. It was just very stupid. Both stupid group matches. So then you finally get a good match between Jeff Hardy and Anderson. Boy, Anderson, you know, he's an okay wrestler. You know, he knows how to work with other wrestlers. He knows how to sell. He's great. He should be on top of the Aces and Eights. He shouldn't be champion or whatever, but he'd make a better champion than Bully Ray. So then, I don't know, like, towards the end of the match, Jeff Hardy just starts beating the shit out of him. I mean, just whooping his ass with chairs, throwing him on tables, and he brought out the ladder. You know, he's about to jump on him, do the swanton bomb through the table, but Bully Ray comes out and saves Anderson. You know what? I gotta give it to Bully Ray. You know, he's a true leader. A lot of leaders would probably just sit back there and let and let somebody else come out and do his dirty work. But he went out there front and center, and he got Anderson off the table, and he got him out of there. And then they announced the stipulation, this tables, ladders, and chairs match. I don't know. It should be pretty good, you know. But it's Bully Ray in this match. If they had Austin Aries, Christopher Daniels, Bobby Roode, or anybody versus Jeff Hardy, this would be an epic match. But since it's just Jeff Hardy, I'm pretty sure he can make a loser like Bully Ray look pretty good. But overall, TNA just fucking sucked, man. I mean, this show sucked. Plain and simple. If the show sucks, it sucks. I don't care, like, if you think I'm a WWE fanboy, even though I clearly stated that I don't like them at all. I think they're horrible. It was so bad on Raw this Monday that I completely skipped to review it because it wasn't worth talking about. But I'm not going to bite my tongue when something sucks. I mean, and neither should you. And maybe, like, when TNA sees this in the future, if they ever see this video, maybe they'll take my advice. And a lot of you guys should complain about things that suck. I mean, even though they are the better product than WWE, they can't get ahead because they're too busy living in the past. There's too many damn losers in this company. Too many old people. They're not treating their homegrown guys right. I mean, a lot of their homegrown guys like Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles, and James Storm, Bobby Roode, and Austin Aries, I don't know, have to take a backseat to WWE losers. Now, Jeff Hardy, he's not a WWE loser. You know, he puts his heart and soul out there. But Bully Ray, my God, this guy is awesome. I mean, awful. Awful. Not awesome. Awful. I mean, they gotta stop this. Every time somebody from WWE comes over, they feel the need to just hand them the main belt. And that's not gonna cut it if they want to move ahead. They need to bring up their own guys. And that's what's gonna sell TNA tickets. They're taking this show on the road. They need to put the belt back on Hardy. That's the first thing they should do. Then they need to revolve around Bobby Roode, Aries, and Daniels. And if they don't do this, they're going to fail on the road and TNA is going to go out of business. They're going to end up in WWE's library. Well, sorry the video dragged on a little bit, but I had a lot to say. I had to explain the show in great detail. So, if you sat through this whole video, I'd like to thank you. And Pipe Bomb Layer 559 out. That's my new username, so I gotta get used to it. Peace.